back to the morning show on JTV. With us now from Active Jackson Coalition is Martha York and Ken Mangus. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to see you.
So Active Jackson, that sounds like what we all need. What is the Active Jackson Coalition?
Well, the Active Jackson Coalition, it used to be called the Walkable Communities Coalition. It's been in existence in our community for quite a while, but a couple of years ago we said we need to change that title because not everybody walks, and we want to make sure that we're promoting physical activity in a way that encourages all adults to know that this is an accessible, doable thing. So we changed it to Active Jackson Coalition, and our aim is to promote all of the ways that people can be walking, biking, and accessing our outdoor trails that we have in our community.
We used to have a fitness council that
Right.
disbanded, and
Right.
they did a lot of the promotion for the bike to work, walk to work, paddle to work, all the full of summer kind of things, and that kind of just went away. And is this filling the gap?
This is the same group that was affiliated with that fitness council, and you're absolutely right. It did fizzle out, and it was unfortunate because it was such a great mission. So the mission is still the same, to promote walking, biking, rolling in our community. And we decided this summer to come up with a series we call Move It Mondays, because we wanted to encourage people to get out at least one day a week if you're not currently physically active. But we have so many great trails and sidewalks and accessible lanes now. And our coalition, actually, I get introduced to it from our township supervisors and urban planners, and I love it. I think it's a lot of fun to know what's coming.
Yeah, we're lucky. I don't think we realize what we have in Jackson until someone from out of town comes in and tells us how lucky we are. How long have you been enjoying the parks and trail systems and outdoors in Jackson?
Well, I've lived in the Jackson area for 20 years, so over 20 years now, so a long time. I enjoy riding the trails a lot. It's a great thing to do. You hit the falling water trails and just go. Everybody's nice out there. It's just a nice thing to do.
So how do we move it on Mondays? Mondays is hard for me. How do we get moving?
Well, this was kind of designed after the city of Detroit had a slow roll where people would get together once a week and go to a different spot of the city, and they block it off with security and give people a chance. And it just blew up with popularity. There were like 1,000 people who show up for these events now. And we said, well, what if we had something similar in Jackson? We just want to dub it as Move It Mondays. And initially we wanted to do it in person, and with COVID restrictions we were concerned about exposing people unnecessarily to risk. So what we've done instead pardon me, is on the fourth Monday of the month we're featuring a different local trailhead on our Facebook page, Active Jackson. That's all you have to do is look up on Facebook, Active Jackson. You can like and follow us, but we're going to introduce people in sort of a neighbor-to-neighbor friendly way. It's very informal, but we go out and we videotape what will you see if you come visit this trail. And we also have different demonstrations on like how to get a bike helmet that fits, or how to use trekking poles, or things that just promote people of all ability levels to get started. It's user-friendly, right? It's doable for everybody, no matter your age or your fitness level. You don't have to be an athlete. So
Sounds basic, but a lot of people, like you said, they don't know maybe they've never been on a bike before, or haven't been on one in 30 years.
Right. And the thing is, in our community, there is a trail within 10 minutes of where everyone lives. And I don't think people know that. That's huge. That's a big fact and a positive draw to the city of Jackson and the county. So what we're trying to do is let them see, this is what you might experience if you come. This is where the bike rental station is and how you work it. Here's where there is an accessible bathroom. Like, I like to have a porta potty when I'm going out to visit a trail for the first time. So I like to know there's something there that I can expect. And so we're introducing them to 5 different local trails this summer. On the alternate Mondays, we're doing some of the demonstrations of things like, we're going to feature the Armory Bike Union that does maintenance and does things like low cost for people who, we don't want cost to be a barrier to being physically active.
Andy prides himself on knowing where the best public bathrooms are at
In the country.
any place. Yeah.
That was harder under COVID to keep my list going, but you're right. A lot of people won't go anywhere if they don't think there's not going to be a bathroom. That's
Right.
just fact.
Right.
Pretty important.
Just the fact that you say we meet at a different trailhead each Monday is amazing, that there are that many trailheads and trails that we have. And there's even, as we speak, one under construction through Ellichard Park.
Yes, and they're widening, the MLK trail is going to become wider, so it becomes even more user-friendly. I'm out in Summit Township, and they put in all those great trail extensions these past couple of years. I'm on them all the time. I have no excuse. It's at the end of my road, right? I can just get on foot or on a bike, and I take friends there, and I meet people, and I introduce them to the new trail connectors, and yeah, it's exciting.
Actually, we have two under construction right now. There's a trail that connects the Falling Waters Trail to M60 in Spring Harbor that kind of goes along Teft
Yeah, the
Road.
Teft Road, the
Yeah.
Teft Road extender. Yeah, that's coming along. That's going to be open completely, I think, by the end of the summer.
Looks like they just have asphalt to put down, so it's getting close. And then the one along Elmdale at Ellichard Park, there's most of the concrete has been poured. They still have a bridge. There's a little finger of the Grand River that they have to cross over, so a bridge has to be plopped into place, and so that's getting close.
Oh my gosh. And they're so scenic too. The design is just beautiful. You get on it and it improves not only your physical well-being, but your mental well-being. Just getting out and seeing these beautiful trails and the nature, the wildlife, all of it. And other people, like Ken said, people are friendly.
And you were speaking about trail development. We've just recently learned that approval has been given to build the connector to the Mike Levine Trail that stops at Hawkins Road right now. And it's going to come through the prison property and come and connect to the Consumers Trail at Monroe Street. So
Wow. That's great.
Construction's going to start on
Yeah.
that next summer.
Next summer it's
So
gonna
that
be
will
done.
take you to that Mike Levine Lakelands Trail, which goes all the way out to Pinckney. So if you
Hamburg.
really want a long distance. Or Hamburg.
Hamburg,
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
What's your favorite spot in Jackson to be outside at? What's one spot where you make sure you stop?
home. We've worked very hard on our yard. It makes it, it's really lovely.
Yeah.
It's a big enough yard. My grandson's there. He can just run and play and you don't have to keep a hand on him the whole time. So it's
Nice.
home.
Martha is also a community education coordinator with the Region 2 Area Agency on Aging. So getting our seniors more involved, and particularly with COVID, so many people they put their fitness or their walk or whatever on hold. So we've got a lot of coming back.
We do, and you're absolutely right. Like I had some surgeries, right? And when you have a surgery, if you are off your feet for up to a week, you can lose up to 10% of your body mass, your strength, your muscle mass goes away. So trying to get people conditioned again and getting them out, we wanted to show that these trails are accessible, that you can have a walker or a rollator on that, or I demonstrate trekking poles. It's been one of the things that's kept me upright as I age, and now I can do more hiking and I've had less falls. So we want to let people know you don't have to have a high fall risk when you're on our trails. We have many that are paved or have limestone, so what we're trying to feature with the Active Jackson Coalition are the ones that are accessible trails. We're going to be featuring out at Dahlem Nature Center. They put a lot of investment into making accessible trails out there. And the Mike Levine Trail, very flat, very easy to navigate. Falling Waters Trail is beautiful, and all these new connectors. We'll also be we'll be showcasing the downtown MLK Trail and the way to navigate, because it's a little bit tricky with some of the signage, but we're going to introduce people to, you can look at our video and say, okay, I get it. I think I could handle that. I want to come out and try it out. And
That's awesome. What should people do if they want to meet up, if they want to join, they want to do? What should they do? How should they find you guys?
Well, as I said, on Facebook, you can go to the Active Jackson page. You can like it and follow it there. But we have meetings the second Tuesday of every month. Right now, we've been doing it on Zoom. We used to meet at Disability Connections. But anybody in the public can come, and it's a great way to hear what's coming and to be educated. We've been featuring the Jackson City and County non-motorized plan and understanding what kind of bike lanes there are that are proposed. There's been a lot of different studies on feasibility, so that if there are grant opportunities that we can advocate for as a public and say, we need this in our community. We want to connect so that people don't have to go somewhere in a car. They can go on foot, on bike, in a wheelchair, with a walker. You know, there's all these options, and anybody can be more physically active.
How was it yesterday? Did you have a good turnout?
Yesterday was our
Walkable for Move It Monday. Did you have?
for our Move It Mondays. What we're on the 4th Monday of the month is when we showcase the event.
Okay.
And so what we're doing is all on Facebook. So we are just having turnout as far as people clicking, liking, watching, viewing, and editing our own videos, our little homemade videos. But it is just an introduction to get people to say, okay, I want to go find out more.
Cool.
Awesome. Thanks for being here today.
All right.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for
guys.
having us. Be
Check-
Active Jackson.
Yeah, the Active Jackson
Active
from Active Jackson Coalition, Chairperson Martha York and Vice Chair Ken Mangus. The morning show continues after this.